It's the first of the month, so cash and check and get up. Let's do this. Let's start the show. Run that intro.
How you living? What? How you living? What? How you living? What?
And live in color.
Yo, welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of GQTV, y'all. And I am your boy, your host, yours truly, the one and only, your girlfriend's favorite YouTuber himself. I am GQ Jamal, y'all. And this is where we review, pay homage, and just talk about shows and movies from both past and present, y'all. And I hope everyone is having a great summer. I hope everyone is having a good day. I hope everyone has been having a good year all around. It's a new month. It's the first of the month. So cash and checks to get up. Yeah, I hope everyone is having just an all around great day. I hope everyone's doing well. I just want to say thank you again. Thank you for everyone who's been tuning in, watching my videos. I really appreciate it a lot. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. That is GQ Jamal. Hit that notification bell, subscribe to my YouTube channel, check out all of my work, check out all of my content, drop some comments, show some love, check out my work. I really appreciate it if you do. Today, we're going to just review two movies in one. That's right, we're going to compare two movies in one. This is a verse type video. We're going to compare two movies in one. I grew up on these two movies in the mid 2000s when I was in high school. I watched these two movies a lot. Today we're going to compare Roll Bounce and ATL. Two skating movies. I thought it was a good idea to compare these two movies. Roll Bounce, starring Bow Wow and Chai McBride, and ATL starring T.I. Clifford Harris expeditiously, and Keith David. So, in this video, I'm going to compare these two videos. Of course, I'm going to talk about these two movies, these two films, what I like about these two movies, pros and cons, facts. This is gonna be like an ESPN type video, We're gonna compare these two skating teams, Bow Wow versus Ti. In these two movies, they both skate. Like, what team was a better team from these two films? Now, when I first watched Roll Bounce, I was 14, 15 years old. I was in high school, freshman year. That's when I first watched Roll Bounce. I thought it was a good movie. A good skating movie, a good storyline. Now, me and my wife, we watched it last night. I always wanted to review Roll Bounce, but I haven't got around to do it. But I thought this is a good time to review it. We love to go to the skating rink. That's one thing we love to do, is just skate. But yeah, it's a good skating movie, Roll Bounce. And I just love the storyline. The characters are funny. But we're going to talk about Roll Bounce here in a minute. In ATL came out a year later, 2006. Roll Bounce came out in 2005. About the same time, in the same year when I was in high school and I watched these two movies. Now, ATL is funny as hell. I love how they capture like the life of Atlanta, like different parts of Atlanta. I love the characters. They, the story is a great story, and it has so many quotable lines. But we're gonna talk about ATL in a minute as well. So today we're gonna compare these two movies. Which one was a better skating movie? What team was better? What skating team was better? So I'm gonna be reaching throughout this video. Roll Bounce was like Boys in the Hood, and ATL was like Menace to Society of skating, of the skating movies. I know I'm reaching, but yeah. For those who haven't watched Roll Bounce, here's a here's a rundown of the movie. The movie takes place in Chicago. Bow Wow, Lil Bow Wow, is a star of the movie. When you move so fast across the floor. And Bow Wow is the star of the movie. He plays a character named X. X is a 16-year-old kid, lives in Chicago. He really loves skating. He really loves skating. That's all he wants to do is just skate with his friends. So the movie starts off. X and his friends, they skate at their favorite place in Chicago, which is called the Garden. The Garden's like a popular spot on the south side, and the garden closes down. So X and his friends, they have nowhere to skate. So they have to like go all the way clear across town to skate at another skating rink. So this skating rink is like, I believe it's somewhere in North Chicago. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's like this place in Chicago. It's like this side of Chicago. It's like upscale, and it's so they skate at this like upscale skating rink, and they're like not wanted. They're not wanted there. So yeah, so they have to prove they're the underdogs. They're the underdogs. They have to prove to them like they belong there. Like they belong there. So yeah, so that's pretty much like the premise of the movie. And X, X's father, who's played by Chai McBride. He was in Undercover Brother. He was an Undercover Brother in other movies. Yeah, Chai McBride. He plays X's dad. X's dad is like a single father. He lost his wife, so in this film he's like searching to look for a job. He's searching to look for a job. He cannot find any like job like anywhere, but eventually he finds a job. He becomes a janitor. So he like lied to X, saying that he has a job, but he doesn't. He doesn't. So he really hurt X's feelings. Let's talk about the crew. Let's talk about the crew. Brandon T. Jackson. Brandon T. Jackson really stood out in this movie. He was really he was funny to me. Brandon T. Jackson. He was in Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder. Yes, Tropic Thunder. He was in Tropic Thunder in 2008. Brandon T. Jackson. And also Bow Wow and Brandon T. Jackson, they collaborate again in Lottery Ticket in 2010. That's an underrated. That's a slept on movie. I'm gonna review that movie in the future. Lottery Ticket. Yeah, that's another like hilarious film to me. But yeah, Brandon T. Jackson, he plays Junior. He's this loud, obnoxious character. He always has something to say. He always has the last word. But yeah, that's his character. That's his character. And Rick Gonzalez, who was in Coach Carter. He was Timo Cruz in Coach Carter. Like, Timo Cruz, sir. Like, sir, look at this uppity Negro, sir. Yeah, he was in Coach Carter. But yeah, he's in Roll Bounce too. He plays Naps. Afro is nappy as hell. He's like 6'5". I don't know. I might be reaching. He's like 6'3", 6'5", tall as hell. He always wears his sister's like little sister skates. So when they go to Sweetwater is the skating rink. When they go to like Sweetwater, the character that's played by Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon's in this movie too. Um, he plays B Nard. Yeah, B Nard always give Nats the wrong shoe size. One quotable from that movie I always say, like, yo, can I get a size 17 B Nard? Can I get a size 17 B Nard? Like, like, can I get a size 17 B Nard? A size 17? Then Nick Cannon's like impressed, like, yo, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I talk about. Girls like a guy with a big shoe size. So the big shoe size. Like, can I get a size 17 B Nord? Yo, that movie line is funny as hell. But yeah. So that's Nats. Cleo Thomas, who was in Holes. He's in this movie, like digging up them hoes. You gotta digging up them hoes. Yeah, so he plays Mix Mike. Shy Big Brian, he was like, who left the white boy? Like, man, like, yo, Shy Big Brian was roasting them kids. Yo, X's dad was roasting them kids. He was pissed that he fell on their skateboard. Yo, he was pissed. But yeah, Cleo, he's in this movie. Marcus Polek, who was in Moesha. Miles, they finally found Miles. Yo, they finally found Miles. Yo, he is in this movie. They always talk about his lips. Brandon T. Jackson always talking about his lips. Like Journey Smollett. She was in Eve's Bayou. She's in this movie. She plays Tori. Tori's like this new kid in the neighborhood. They become friends with the squad. They become friends with the squad. So she's part of the squad. She's like the only girl in the squad. She gives like advice to X to go talk to Megan Good's character, which I'm about to talk about in a minute. Yeah, in her Tori and Junior, they always like clown on each other, just like Martin and Pam. They always clowning on each other. Then at the end of the movie, we see them kissing and they get together. But yeah. So yeah, I mentioned Megan Good. Megan Good's in this movie. Megan Good's in Roll Bounce. She plays Naomi. She plays Naomi. Yeah, so that's Bow Wow has a crush on Megan Good. Naomi. X has a crush on her. I think X is like scared to talk to Naomi. And Tori's over there saying like, yo, go talk to her. X is scared. So now, like, in the middle of the movie, towards the end, they have a thing together. So now Bow Wow and Megan Good, they have that, I ain't never had nobody show me all the special things. Show me in the special way I feel when you hold me. Yeah, so they have a love thing now. So now, going back to like the premise of Roll Bounce, he's not really a villain, but he's like the rival, Wesley Jonathan. He's like that one '90s character you see on every '90s sitcoms. But yeah, he's in this movie. He was also in Crossover, which that movie was trash. But anyway, yeah. So he plays Sweetness. He's the top-notch skater at Sweetwater skating rink. X's team, they have a competition with Sweetness team, and They battle it out. They battle it out. Then it's a tie. It's a tie. So Sweetness wasn't having it. Sweetness wasn't having it. So he challenges Lil Bow Wow to a Harlem Shake dance, like a. Oh, hold on. So Sweetness challenges Lil Bow Wow to a Harlem Shake contest. So Sweetness is like, Sweetness is giving Lil Bow Wow like the work, like let's do this, Johnny. So Sweetness was just eating X up. Sweetness was just eating X up. So now Bow Wow has a necklace that his mom gave gave him, cause yeah, his mom died, left Bow Wow the necklace. So he kisses the necklace. I'm like, this is for you, mom. So now they battle it out. Like all the stunt doubles and stuff battle it out. Yeah. So Bow Wow was just, but we seen like during the movie he was practicing this super twist 700 1400, some unknown move that's never been done. So we see him practicing now. He's gonna do the game breaker move. The game breaker move. So he tries it. He tries it, and he falls. He slips, falling, can't get up. Y'all know the rest of the song, but anyway, but yeah. So he falls. He's unconscious a little bit. He's unconscious. Everyone's waking up like X X X. And Megan Good goes to Bow Wow, sings the "Like You, Let Me Love You" chorus, like "Let me hold you." Yeah. So finally X wakes up. Everyone's like waking him up. Everyone claps, give him like a round of applause. And he earns Sweetness respect. He earns respect, and that's the movie. That's Roll Bounce. That's Roll Bounce. It's a good film, in my opinion.
Today's episode of GQTV is brought to you today by... I'm just playing, nobody funding me. Let's go back to the show.
Now, before I talk about ATL, make sure y'all go subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. That is GQ Jamal. Check out all of my work. Check out all of my content. I reviewed a Bow Wow movie. I reviewed Like Mike. Go check out Like Mike review. One of my favorite reviews. One of my top 5 favorite reviews I've done. Go check out the Like Mike review. I haven't reviewed a T.I. movie. I know he was in Takers, but this is going to be the first T.I. movie I review. But before I discuss ATL, just go subscribe to my YouTube channel, GQ Jamal. Hit that notification bell. Check out all of my work. Check out all of my content. Drop some comments. Show some love. I really appreciate it if you do. So now, ATL, starring T.I., Keith David, and a whole bunch of cast members. Yeah, ATL came out in 2006. When I first watched ATL, I was in high school. I was 15. What I remember about ATL was the soundtrack. T.I., what you know about that, what you know about that, I know all about that. What I appreciate about ATL was the music and and how they covered like different parts of Atlanta. Like there's so many like sections of Atlanta, kind of like Des Moines. Like I'm from Des Moines, live in Des Moines. There's so many sections in Des Moines. There's so many cities. There's Des Moines, there's Urbandale, there's Johnston, West Des Moines. But yeah, back to Atlanta, ATL. So for those who haven't watched ATL, it's about T.I. He plays Rashad. T.I.'s in high school. It's his last year in high school. It it's just a becoming of age film, just like Roll Bounce. ATL's a becoming of age film. So T.I. and Evan Ross, who plays Ant, that's T.I.'s little brother. They live with their uncle, Uncle George. Uncle George, who's played by, I'm sorry, y'all, Michaelity Williamson. He was in Get Rich or Die Trying, the movie with 50 Cent. Go check out the Get Rich or Die Trying review. But anyway, he was Uncle George. Uncle George took T.I. and Evan Ross in. Uncle George, I works. He's a janitor. He's a janitor. He gets no play, gets no cutty. Man, Uncle George was trifling, bro. Uncle George, he was like hogging up all the cereal, stashing it in his room so the kids won't get into it. T.I. knocks on the door like, yo, let me get some Raisin Bran. Like, this all the Raisin Bran you're getting. Like, first of all, who eats Raisin Bran, bro? Like, I I had Raisin Bran when I was like 6, 7 years old, 8 years old when I was in Ohio. My dad ate Raisin Bran. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. But yeah, like, yo, this all you getting, Raisin Bran. Like, yo, this man had Honey Nut Cheerios. This man had Cap'n Crunch, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You only get one bowl. Like, you only get one bowl of Raisin Bran. ATL, this movie's about T.I. and his friends. They love skating. They skate at Cascade. And the thing about ATL, I really love the music. They play all like the Atlanta music at that time, that 2005, 2006 era. That was like one of my favorite eras in like hip hop. Hip hop. Yeah, like the crunk era. Yeah, the crunk music. You had the snap music. The snap music was bubbling at the time, like the Young Jocks, the D4L. Then Young Jeezy was popping. Of course, they play like the OutKast music. Yeah, they were just playing like good Atlanta music in this movie, and that's what I really like appreciate about ATL. And so yeah, so we see T.I. Rashad, he's getting ready to graduate college. Rashad really loves to draw. He loves to draw. He's really good at just drawing. And he just busy. He's just too busy trying to live the fast life. He's all about the dollars. We see him hustling. We'll talk about that more. We'll talk about Ant's character in a minute. So T.I.'s crew loves skating. They love going skating at Cascade. Cascade was a spot in Atlanta. So T.I.'s crew, Jackie Long, he plays Esquire. Esquire is this smart kid. He's trying to get into like a good like 4-year college, but he needs a recommendation. So he goes to Keith David, who plays Mr. Garnett. Mr. Garnett is this Uncle Tom sellout. He's ashamed. He's from the hood. He's ashamed of his upbringing. He's ashamed where he's come from. So Mr. Garnett, he lives like out in the suburbs. In his rich house. So Esquire, he spends a lot of time with Mr. Garnett so he can get like a letter of recommendation so he can get into a 4-year college. And Esquire's from the hood. He's trying to make it out. He's trying to make it out the hood. And he's ashamed too. He's ashamed too. Albert Daniels, who plays Brooklyn, he's from New York. He's from New York. He moved to Atlanta from New York. So he's like adapting to the Atlanta culture, the South culture. And so T.I. and the squad, they're at the Waffle House, chilling at the Waffle House. I still never been to the Waffle House. My sister lives in Georgia, lives in Atlanta. I've been to Atlanta a few times. I still never been to a Waffle House. I love how they just showed like just the Waffle House, man. They show all the like what it's like just chilling at the Waffle House. But anyway, they're just chilling at the Waffle House, and they have a conversation. New York was like, no, Brooklyn was like, yo, why is it so country down here? Why is it so country? Like, why y'all talk so slow? Then T.I. and Jason Weaver, T.I. and Jason Weaver, which I'll talk about his character in a minute. They go back and forth. I'm like, oh, okay. So in New York, why is there a rat in every corner in New York? Brooklyn fires back. why in Atlanta y'all always call each other shorty, like I'm taller than you? T.I. fires back. In New York City, why y'all say B at every sentence? Like, I'm not your kid, I'm not your child. Like, why you always call me son every time? Son, money, B. Yeah, so New York, Brooklyn lost that. Brooklyn lost that match. Jason Weaver, he's in the squad too. Jason Weaver, he's like 21. He's like 21 in this film. He's the oldest. He got left back like twice. Like, you're 21. You're 21, right? I'm like, they would have had to kick you out. Like, yo. Like, they would have had to kick you out of school by now. Like, I know it's like you're 18 when you graduate, but you're 21 and still in high school. They would have been like kicked you out of school by now. But yeah, so he plays that character. He plays Teddy. Teddy has his own grill shop. He does grills and stuff like that. He still live with his mom. Also, we're gonna talk about Lauren London. Lauren London, who's in ATL. I believe this is her first film. Correct me if I'm wrong. So Lauren London, she plays T.I.'s love interest. Well, Lauren London has a thing for T.I. Rashad. So they get together, Like, why you wanna go do that? Like, hey, let's get away. Shawty, we could do something if you're down. Hey, baby, I'll just think of you. So yeah. Lauren London plays Nunu. Nunu is this. Oh man, Nunu tries to be ghetto. Nunu, she has this accent. She tries to be ghetto. She has these big ass hoop earrings. She's eye candy. Of course, she's eye candy in the movie. She has this big ass earrings. She loves Rashad. She stalks Rashad's every move, but she's Mr. Garnett's daughter. She thinks Mr. Garnett is a sellout. She really wants to be hood. She wants to be accepted by like the inner city kids. She wants to be accepted by the hood. She wasn't being herself, so she really lied to Rashad, saying where she lives. Rashad gets mad. And stops talking to her. But they get together. Then let's go back to Evan Ross's character. Ant really loves the get rich quick scheme. He starts to become like fall in love of being a dope boy. So he follows his friend. His friend, his cousin is like a big time like dope boy. So big boy who's an outcast. Big Boy is really underrated in my opinion. Like everyone loves Andre 3 Stacks, Andre 3000, but Big Boy is really underrated. He's really underrated. Like, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Big Boy, who plays this big time dope boy. He plays Marcus, Ant's friend's cousin. So he shows Ant around, what it means to be a dope boy, how to be a dope boy, and it's all business at the end of the day. Just the life of a dope boy. He shows Ant how to be a dope boy, and Ant falls for it. Ant falls for it. We see Ant get arrested. And T.I., like during the movie, he just tells Ant like, yo, you don't need to be a dope boy. And he doesn't want Ant to live that lifestyle. Then at the end of the movie, Ant owes Big Boy like thousands of dollars. He owes Big Boy some dough, some loot. And Ant doesn't have it, so he goes to like, he sneaks in T.I.'s room trying to find T.I.'s stash, like the money that he showed Ant, and he can't find it. So Big Boy's just looking for Ant, and T.I. doesn't even like Big Boy. He doesn't even like Big Boy because he got Ant arrested. So now at the end of the movie, he calls Ant. T.I. picks up the phone. And he was like, man, leave my brother alone. Like, boy, stop. Then now at the end of the movie, he finally catches Ant. Big Boy finally catches Ant, puts a gun to his chest, or puts a gun to his face, and like, what I tell you, like, this is grown man business. Like, look at you, shaking like a stripper. Then T.I. comes to the rescue, pegs Big Boy, so disrespectful, throws the money at Big Boy's face. I'm like, oh, this Denny, like, you just hit me in my face with some money. Like, yeah, it's time to shoot both of y'all. Like, yeah. So winds up shooting Ant. We never know if Big Boy got arrested or not. But yeah. But that's pretty much the storyline of ATL. And what's crazy, when Esquire knew about Nunu, like, man, like, Nunu was up to no good. Like, he never liked Nunu from the jump. He never liked Nunu from the jump. Nunu was just thinking the phone, just want to be hood. Like I never understood that mentality, man. Like just be yourself. And he lied to T.I., man. And then T.I. found out that Esquire knew Mr. Garnett. And, like, man. And he felt like Esquire, like, lied to him. Straight up lied to him. Like, didn't tell him the truth. Like you knew Mr. Garnett. Like, you knew how Nunu was living. Like, you knew how they were living. And, like, Esquire was just all about, I wouldn't say he was all about himself. He just panicked. He didn't know what to do. That was his boy. But at the same time, he's trying to make it out the hood. So yeah, so that's ATL. That's the story of ATL, pretty much. Let's talk about both of these films. So these two films, they premiered in 2005, 2006. Roll Bounce came out in 2005, made by Fox. And ATL came out in 2006, made by Warner Brothers. So, like I said in the beginning of the video, I was 14, 15 years old when I first watched Roll Bounce and ATL. I thought these two movies were funny as hell. Good storyline, good storyline. Both becoming of age films. Just like, two groups, two squads. They just love skating. They just love skating and having fun, man. This takes me back to like just playing outside, especially roll bounce. Like just playing outside, just riding my bikes with my cousin, just like up the block and like on the street. And you knew you had to be home when the street lights came on, like at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, when that at night when those street lights came on. I really, I really love how they cover that. Just two, just kids, just two squads, just having fun. Then ATL, like I said, I just love the music from ATL. And let's go back to Roll Bounce. I forgot to mention Roll Bounce is a 70s movie. Roll Bounce is a 70s movie. It takes place in like 1978. So everyone's wearing the afro. Everyone's wearing the dashiki, like 70s shows. Like back then, what's happening now was popping. Good times, different strokes. Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5. So you're going to hear a lot of like 70s like lingo, like swag, 70s 70s fashion in Roll Bounce. That's what I love about Roll Bounce. It's like they're really telling like what it was back in the 70s in Southside Chicago. I really dig what they did in Roll Bounce. And Roll Bounce had a good storyline. It wasn't cheesy at all. I'm really impressed of the acting. Then ATL, I really love how they just discuss like all the Atlanta culture. I really love how they incorporate all the like Atlanta music. It was nothing but Atlanta music, hip hop, R&B. Then they took it back. They took it back of the music that was popping back like in the 70s, 80s, I believe. So it's been a while since I watched ATL. They play ATL a lot on TV. I haven't watched it a lot. But ATL, I'm very impressed with the storyline. The acting was impressive. Um, it wasn't cheesy at all. Let's talk about the quotables. The quotables are hilarious in both films. Of course, in Roll Bounce, my favorite quotable was "Let's do this, Johnny." And Chai McBride was like, when he got mad when he tripped over the skateboard, and he was like, "And who let the white boy?" Of course, ATL. There's so many quotables. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I got some cutty last night. Quit lying. Like, you ain't getting no cutty with your scrawny ass. I'm the one that gets the draws. I'm the one that gets the cutty. I'm the one that gets the draws. And I'm the one that gets the panties. It's like, I hope your little diggly falls off. I'm like, yo. It's one of my favorite scenes in that movie. The cutty scene. You know, Jason Weaver, like damn, like ass fatter than two possums with the mumps. Like what? Yo, Jason Weaver was funny as hell in ATL. Like, it's new. It's new. They were just clowning new. They were just clowning Lauren London in ATL. But there were so many great quotables. There's so many heartbreaking scenes. There's so many touching scenes in those movies. I really appreciate these two films. And of course, I had both of the DVDs. My wife, she has a DVD. I'm trying to cop that DVD from her. Like, no, you're not getting it. It's mine. Let me add Roll Bounce to my collection. But the question is, But the question is, which squad was better? X's squad versus Rashad's squad. Like which squad is better? Like what squad is better? If they had like uh, a skate off, what like who will wash who? Because yo, I'm gonna be all the way real. I was talking to my wife about it yesterday. Like yo, like who would wash who in a skate off? Lil Bow Wow would yo, Lil Bow Wow X would totally wash T.I. Rashad in the skate off. Like, yo, both I know they're two skating movies. Both they're two great skating movies. But from the look of Rashad's squad, yo, there was a scene where they like one of them fell. Like, yo, I'm just gonna be all the way real. Rashad's team was trash. Rashad's team was trash. Like Jason Weaver, like, come on, like, yo, Lil Bow Wow would just Harlem Shake would totally wash Rashad in the skating ring. Like, yo, let's rate both characters. Let's rate both characters. Like, yo, kind of like 2K, kind of like 2K, kind of like 2K. X's rating is a 92. X's rating, no, let's bump it up. Let's bump it up. X's rating is a 94. Rashad's rating is like a good solid 85. Like a good solid 85. Yo, so if we had to like give them a rating, if they had like a game like a roller skating game like 2K skating or something like that, yo, that would be their rating. That would be their rating. Like X's rating is like a 94. Rashad's rating is like an 85. yo, yo, X's team was totally washed Rashad's team. Then Sweetness team was, yeah, we seen the movie. We seen the movie. Sweetness won. Sweetness will like totally wash both of them. But yeah, going back to these films, man, two solid movies, two great movies in my opinion. Roll Bounce and ATL. Like 20 years late, almost 20 years later, I could still go back and watch these two movies and still like put a smile on my face. You know, I I can. There's nothing wrong with these two films. And if I had to give these two movies a rating, I would give Roll Bounce a 9. I was going to give it an 8.5. I would give Roll Bounce a 9 and ATL a 9. Two great movies. I love how they incorporated the 70s and Roll Bounce, and I love how they incorporated like the down south movement, especially the Atlanta movement in ATL. So that's what you're going to get from these two movies. Two solid movies, funny as hell, great storylines, and that's all I'm going to say about ATL and Roll Bounce. Yo, if you remember Roll Bounce and ATL, drop a comment down below. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what was your favorite memory from both Roll Bounce and ATL. What was your favorite scene? Who was your favorite character? What did you love about both of these films? What did you hate about both of these films? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let's talk about it. Like what, and also what squad would like wash who when it comes to skating. Let's talk about it in the comment section down below. Let's get it. If you made it far through this video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you again for tuning in by watching this video. I really appreciate it a lot. I enjoy making these videos. It puts a smile on my face. I really love just making these videos. I really appreciate everyone who tunes in and watch my content. I really appreciate that a lot. I really appreciate it a lot. Yo, go subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. That is GQ Jamal. Hit that notification bell. Check out all of my work. Drop them comments. Show some love. I really appreciate it if you do. Yo, more content is coming soon in the future. If you love what I'm doing, drop a comment. I really appreciate people dropping comments. I really appreciate if you do. It just puts a smile on my face that people take 30 seconds out of their day just watching like small portion of my clips. Or if you watch all of it, like if you watch all of my videos, I really appreciate it a lot, man. I'm just not saying it, like it means a lot to me from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. Yo, more content is coming soon. If you love what I'm doing, if you love like the verse type, like if you love the way I compare two movies, like a verse type video, or if you love the season by season, like videos I've done, let me know in the comment section down below. If you have any shows, movies, cartoons, music videos you would like me, GQ Jamal, to react to, talk about, discuss, roast, whatever, drop them comments down below. I'm going to say this in every video. Closed mouth do not get fed if you do not comment. So drop them comments. It's that simple. It's that easy. Drop them comments. I would love to do a video of your requests. Once again, I just want to say thank you. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm about to end this video. Until next time, everyone, this is GQTV, and I am your host, yours truly, your boy, your guy, your girlfriend's favorite YouTuber himself. I am the man. I am the great GQ Jamal. Until next time, everyone, peace.
Sweat. Go crazy on them. I see why they hating on you. Go crazy on them. I wanna put a